The room was too white, too clean, too quiet. Adam's eyelids moved slightly. His fingers twitched. Somewhere far away, he heard soft beeping and a gentle humming sound like machines breathing. Then, a voice broke through the silence. "Careful. Human, you're waking up. You've been in a coma for over 20 years. The words made no sense at first. His heart beat faster. 20 years? Adam tried to open his eyes. The light hurt. Everything was blurry. He could make out a figure tall. Not human. She had glowing violet eyes, soft lavender skin, and thin lines across her forehead like tattoos. She wore a white uniform and leaned over him with a strange mix of fear and relief on her face. "You don't remember me," she said softly. "But I've been your caretaker all this time?" "My name is Leary Venn. I'm the supervisor here." Adam wanted to speak, but his throat was dry like sand. Only a weak cough came out. "It's okay," Leary said, placing a warm hand on his chest. "Your body needs time. Your muscles are weak. Your mind might be confused, but I promise you are safe now." Adam's eyes scanned the room. He was lying inside a medical pod, smooth metal, glowing tubes, blinking lights. It looked nothing like any hospital on Earth. He blinked again. "Wait. Earth? Am I?" he whispered, voice cracking. Leary looked around, then leaned in close. Her voice dropped to a whisper. "You're not on Earth. You're in a galactic recovery center, orbiting a classy red star." Earth doesn't answer anymore. Adam's breath caught. "What do you mean?" Leary hesitated. "You were found on a destroyed human ship. Stasis shield kept you alive. That was 23 Earth years ago. We've tried contacting Earth many times. No one replies. Most species believe your kind is extinct." The words hit him like a punch. Extinct. No, that's not possible," he said, shaking his head slowly. "You are the only known surviving human," Leary said, her voice calm but heavy. "And the only one with this much ancient data still in your body. That's why we kept you alive." Adam struggled to sit up. His arms shook. Leary helped him gently. He looked into her alien eyes. "Why are you helping me?" She opened her mouth to speak, but an alarm went off. A red light flashed above the door. "They've detected activity in your pod," Leary said quickly. "They know you're awake." "Who's they? No time." Leary moved fast. She opened a cabinet and pulled out a gray cloak. "Put this on now." Adam slipped it over his weak body. Leary tapped a hidden panel on the wall. A section slid open, revealing a narrow tunnel. "Wait, what's happening?" Adam asked. Leary turned to face him. Her calm look was gone. Her voice shook slightly. "You are not just a coma patient, Adam. You're a secret, a very dangerous one." Heavy footsteps echoed from the hallway. Robotic voices were getting closer. "Medical Unit Alpha, confirm patient status. Room 3X9 shows power surge." Leary grabbed Adam's hand. "They'll take you apart if they find you awake. Please trust me." He looked at her, confused and afraid, but there was something honest in her eyes. Something kind. He nodded. They crawled into the small tunnel. Just as the door opened behind them, the sound of metal boots filled the room. From the shadows, Adam looked back through the small vent. A group of armored guards entered the room. They had no faces, only glowing masks. One of them scanned the pod. "Pod shows recent neural activity," a deep voice said. "Strange," said another. "No movement detected on scanners? Maybe a glitch?" "Report to the supervisor," the first voice ordered. "We must check the brainwave logs." Adam's heart pounded in his chest. He turned to Leary. She looked serious now, focused. "Why? Are they after me?" He whispered. She answered quietly, "Because your body still holds secrets. Your kind humans were changing fast, evolving. Some believed you could become too powerful. That's why they erased you." Adam's mouth went dry. "Erased?" Leary continued. "If they find out you're alive, truly awake, they will take you, and you will never see the stars again." The tunnel curved downward, deeper into the base. Darkness surrounded them. Adam was weak, confused, and afraid, but one thing was clear now. Something terrible had happened while he slept, and someone didn't want him to remember. The tunnel was dark, but Adam felt safer inside it than he did in that cold medical room. Leary then led the way, her steps light and quiet. She moved like someone who had used these hidden paths many times. Adam followed, though his legs were still weak and shaky. Every few meters he had to lean on the wall to rest. How long? Until we're clear? He asked, breathing hard. Not long. Just keep moving, she said, not looking back. Her voice was gentle but firm. As they crawled deeper, lights above their heads turned dim blue. Adam noticed strange symbols on the walls, alien language. He couldn't read it, but somehow it felt familiar. Where are we now? He asked. Leary stopped beside a small panel. She pressed her fingers on it, and a door slid open. Warm yellow light spilled into the tunnel. She stepped aside. This is my private quarters. No surveillance here. You need rest and answers. Adam walked inside. The room was cozy, filled with odd alien furniture and soft lights. A small table held several books, real books, and beside it was a photo frame showing Leary, another alien, smiling. She offered him water from a silver cup. He drank slowly, then she spoke. Adam, the galaxy is not the same as when you slept. He looked at her. Tell me everything. She sat across from him, her eyes softened. After your ship exploded, only one stasis pod was recovered, yours. It took years to even figure out you were human, but your body carried something special. Your DNA had evolved beyond what science had predicted. Adam blinked. What do you mean? Leary leaned forward. Humans were growing fast mentally and biologically. Before your people vanished, they were creating tech that could control matter with thought, communicate across stars instantly, and even heal death. Other species feared this. Adam felt a chill run down his back. Feared? Yes, she said. Some said humanity would bring balance. Others believed you'd conquer everything. When Earth stopped answering, when the home signal died, they were relieved. Adam's hands clenched. You think someone made Earth go silent? Leary nodded. Slowly, that's what I believe. And if it's true, then you are the last voice of a lost people. The last piece of a forgotten future. Adam stood up, his legs stronger now. Why keep me alive then? Why not just end me like the others? Leary looked ashamed. Some wanted that. But I read your ship's logs. I studied your thoughts. Your messages to your daughter, your hopes, your poems. You were not a threat. You were a father, a dreamer, a good man. Adam felt his throat tighten. He hadn't thought about his daughter in a long time. What if she was gone? What if Earth really was dead? Leary saw the pain in his eyes. She touched his shoulder. I kept you hidden, Adam. I used my rank to protect. Your chamber. I told them you were brain dead. But now that you're awake, everything will change. Just then, a soft buzzing came from the wall. A message glowed. Security level 3 activated. Search protocol expanded. Leary's face turned pale. They know something's wrong, she whispered. We must leave this station, tonight. Adam stood tall, more steady now. Then take me. Show me what the galaxy became. Show me what's left. Leary picked up a black cloak and handed it to him. You'll need to blend in. Humans are ghosts now, and in this galaxy, she paused. Not. Everyone believes in ghosts? The small transport ship shook as it left the station. Adam sat near the back, wrapped in silence and shadows. Leary piloted the craft with smooth hands, her violet eyes watching the stars stretch into long lines outside the window. Neither of them spoke for a while. Finally, Adam broke the silence. Why are they so afraid of me? Leary glanced back. It's not you they fear, Adam. It's what you carry. She tapped a button on the console. A blue light shimmered in the air between them, showing a glowing strand of DNA, a genetic map. This is yours, she said. From your blood sample, your cells. They're not normal anymore. Not like other humans we studied in history. Your genes are awake, Adam frowned. What does that mean? Leary hesitated. We think before your ship was destroyed, your team may have unlocked something. A trigger in human evolution. A hidden code inside your DNA that only activates when certain emotions or conditions are reached. Maybe danger, maybe love, maybe loss. Adam stared at the light. So I'm a science experiment? No, Leary said firmly. You're a miracle, but to the Galactic Council, you're a weapon they didn't build. She lowered the light. Your DNA can resist viral control. Your brain patterns react faster than our AI systems. And there's something else. Your body creates a type of energy we don't fully understand. We call it flare essence. It only shows up in one other place. She opened a hologram of a destroyed world. On planets touched by old human colonies that suddenly vanished. Adam's heart pounded. You think humans didn't die? They ascended? We don't know, Leary said. But if your genes activate fully, you might remember more. You might do things no living being should be able to do. Adam looked at his hands. They were shaking again, but this time, not from weakness. What happens if the council finds out I'm awake? They will tear the galaxy apart to get to you. Dissect you, clone you, use you, or destroy you, Adam stood. Then I can't run forever, Leary turned to him. We don't expect you to run. There are some who want to fight. She opened a hidden compartment on the ship's wall. Inside was a metal case. She handed it to him. He opened it slowly, and inside was a small cube, glowing softly, pulsing in rhythm with his heartbeat. This was found near your shipwreck, she explained. We couldn't open it. No one could. Adam touched it, and the cube unfolded like a flower inside. A hologram burst out, a recording. His voice, a message he recorded. Before the accident, to anyone who finds this, we were close. So close, the code isn't just data, it's us, all of us. We are the bridge to what's next. Not gods, not monsters. Just the beginning. Adam's eyes widened. The message continued. If you're watching this, I'm probably gone or changed, but don't fear me. Help me finish what we started. The recording ended. Leary's face was pale. Do you remember saying that? Adam shook his head slowly. No. But it felt like I meant it. He looked at her. Leary, what if I'm not the last human? She smiled faintly. Then the galaxy has no idea what's coming. Leary's small transport ship hovered silently above a massive desert moon. The red sand below shimmered like glass, and giant towers rose from the ground. Alien towers made of black metal, humming with hidden power. This is it, Leary whispered. The lab world. Adam stared out the window. What's down there? Secrets, she said, and people who think you belong to them. They landed near a hidden loading dock at night. No alarms, no guards, yet inside, everything smelled like metal and chemicals. The walls pulsed with lights. Strange machines moved by themselves, scanning and analyzing samples. This place looks alive, Adam muttered. It is, Leary replied. Bioreactive walls. The whole facility learns as it works. She handed Adam a small silver disc. Put this behind your ear. It scrambles your life signal. Won't last long, but maybe long enough. They moved quickly through dark corridors. Adam's body was stronger now, not perfect, but better. As they passed several glowing tanks, he stopped, and inside one of them floated another body, a human body. Or at least it looked human. What is that? He asked. Leary swallowed hard. Failed clones? They've been trying to rebuild humanity in secret. Using parts of your DNA, mixing it with others? Most come out broken. Unstable. Adam stared at the body. Its eyes were open but empty. Its skin was gray, and its fingers twitched, even in sleep. They're trying to replace me, he said. No, Leary said. They're trying to own you? Suddenly, a voice echoed through the corridor. Unauthorized presence detected. Sector 9. Leary grabbed Adam's arm. Run. They sprinted down the hallway. Doors began to seal behind them. Red lights flashed. Machines woke up. Mechanical arms stretched out of the walls, trying to block them. A laser net activated, glowing. Lines of deadly energy. Leary jumped and rolled under it. Adam slid through right behind her, barely avoiding the burn. We're close, Leary said, panting. The hangar is one floor up. They reached an elevator, but it was locked. I cursed it in her native tongue. System override failed. Adam looked around. A service shaft. Just wide enough to crawl. I'll go up, he said. Your muscles, I'll make it. He climbed, slowly and painfully, the metal ladder cutting into his palms. Every movement reminded him that he had slept for 20 years, but every breath reminded him he was alive. He reached the upper level and forced open the grate. The hangar was huge. Ships lined the walls. Lights danced across the floor. But it was not empty. A squad of armored guards stood near the center tall, faceless, holding plasma rifles. Froze. Then he heard a whisper in his earpiece. Crawl left. Behind the fuel tanks, he obeyed. His heart pounded. One wrong move, and he'd be gunned down in seconds. Leary had hacked into the control room. Through her eyes, she guided him step by step. Now, go. Adam sprinted across the open floor. A siren wailed. Human detected. Secure the target. He dove behind a crate as blasts flew past him, burning holes in the floor. Leary's voice screamed through the coms. Hangar door is open. Go now. Adam dashed toward a small fighter ship. Its ramp lowered just in time. He jumped in, hit the seal button, and the engines roared to life. Outside, guards fired again and again, but it was too late. The ship blasted into the sky. In orbit. Leary's transport ship waited. Adam docked quickly and she pulled him into a hug. You made it, she said, tears in her glowing eyes. I saw what they're doing, Adam said breathlessly. They're trying to build an army. Of me, she nodded. That's why we can't stop now. Adam looked out the window at the lab world shrinking behind them. Then let's burn their lies down. The stars looked different from this side of the war. Adam sat inside the rebel cruiser, watching the blackness beyond the window. He had never felt more awake or more lost. Leary stood beside him, her voice low. We're docking now. These rebels. They fight the council, but they don't trust easily. Adam nodded. Neither do I. The ship connected with a much larger vessel. It looked old, patched with different metals, powered by stolen tech and full of noise. The rebel base didn't shine. It breathed, as if made by survivors, not soldiers. As Adam stepped out, dozens of eyes turned to him, tall, lizard-like aliens. Small furry ones, even half-robots. They all stared in silence. Whispers followed him. Is that him? Real human? They said they were all dead. One alien stepped forward. A tall female with sharp green skin and bright gold armor. You're the sleeper? She asked coldly. Adam didn't flinch. I'm Adam. She stared hard at him. You smell like war, but look like peace. I don't like it. Leary moved between them. He's not your enemy, Commander Koresh. He's a key. Koresh grunted. Keys open doors or lock them forever? They led Adam to a round chamber. It was a meeting room, but nothing like Earth's. The floor was sand. The ceiling was open to space, protected by a blue shield. Fires burned in bowls around them. Adam sat silently. They waited, watched. Then he spoke. I'm not a soldier. I'm not a savior. I'm just, someone who slept through a world's end. But if I'm the last of my kind, I won't be silent. He told them everything. The Coma, the secret lab, the clones, the cube, his message. His fear, when he finished, no one clapped. No one cheered, but something changed. A short, old alien with metal arms finally spoke. He tells stories like the first humans did, with truth. I believe him, another alien said. He's broken, but not dangerous. Then Koresh stood again. Her eyes burned. If you truly carry the last of your people's power, then prove it. She tossed him something, a stone tablet, heavy, old. None of us could read this, she said. It was found on a dead world, said to be written in a lost tongue. Adam turned it over, strange symbols. But one caught his eye. He blinked. He knew it. He didn't know how, but he did. He read aloud. From ashes, rise. From silence, return. A strange warmth filled the room. The tablet began to glow. The rebels gasped. One fell to their knees. Another backed away in fear. Koresh looked stunned. You activated it. Adam stepped forward. I didn't try to. It just responded. Leary whispered. Maybe it recognizes its own. Later that night, alone in his quarters, Adam sat beside a small fire. He held the cube again. It pulsed softly, like a heartbeat. He thought of his daughter. Her voice, her laugh. Her drawings on the walls back home. Were they still out there? Suddenly, a voice came from the door. It was Koresh. She looked different now. Not as hard. Not as cold? I lost a child, she said quietly. The council took her, said she was too gifted, too human. Adam looked up. She wasn't, Koresh said. But she had your spirit, strong, wild, brave. I hated humans for leaving us behind. But maybe you didn't leave. Maybe they were taken. Adam didn't answer. He just nodded. A bond formed in silence. The rebels had doubts. But now they had hope. Hope was more dangerous than any weapon. Adam had learned to fear silence more than screams. And now, as he stood in the hidden archives of the rebel ship, silence wrapped around him like a ghost. Leary placed a hand on the control panel. Her fingers danced across glowing keys. These files were stolen from the Council's black core, she said. No one outside their inner circle was supposed to see this. The screen lit up. Folders appeared. One word caught Adam's eye. Project. He stepped closer. Is that of me? He nodded. It started before your ship accident ever happened. She opened the first file. A recording played. A council meeting years ago, a cold alien voice spoke. Humanity is progressing too fast. Their tech, their minds, it won't stop. If we wait, they'll rule the stars. Another voice answered, then don't wait. Use their own minds against them. Sleep them, study them, control them. Adam's stomach dropped. They didn't just find me in a wreck, he said softly. They put me in that coma? Leary whispered, yes. The explosion on your ship wasn't an accident. It was a controlled pulse, a neural strike. Designed to shut your mind but preserve your body? Adam couldn't breathe. They made you a prisoner inside yourself, Leary said. For over 20 years, he clenched his fists. Why? The next file opened, automatically reading his voice. His rage. Inside was a list. Human subjects. 97 status, terminated, 96 preserved. One his name. Only his, Leary said. You were the last one they needed. You had the complete gene sequence. You were their final piece. Adam stared at the data. His team gone, his friends gone. He was never the survivor. He was the target. They used me like a lab rat, he said. They stole my life, my people, my future. His voice shook. He turned away from the screen. I should destroy them. But Leary stepped closer. You could, but there's one more thing. She opened a hidden file. Earth signal record. Year 3421. The signal wasn't dead. Adam's heart skipped. The recording played. It was weak, but clear. A human voice, a child's voice. Daddy, if you're still out there, please come home. Adam fell to his knees. It was his daughter. She was alive. The room spun. Leary knelt beside him. They've been blocking Earth's replies. For years, you weren't just erased, you were cut off. Adam's eyes filled with tears. All this time, she was calling out. Leary placed something in his hand, a small stone, a bind stone from her world. A sacred token of loyalty. I swore to protect you, she said. But now, I swear to follow you. He looked at her. You're not alone anymore, Adam. Outside the archive, alarms started ringing. Enemy ships. The council had found them, but this time, Adam wasn't weak. He wasn't confused. He was awake. And he knew what he had to do. The council fleet arrived like a black storm. Thousands of warships filled the space above the rebel moon, blocking starlight. Their message echoed across all frequencies. Surrender the human or be erased. Inside the rebel command center, Adam stood still, calm, steady, but burning inside. Leary stood beside him, holding the bind stone between her hands like a silent vow. Koresh and the rebel leaders looked at Adam. This is your fight now, Koresh said. Your voice, your moment. Adam nodded. Then I want the whole galaxy to hear me. They patched him into the old deep signal beacon attack system so Ancient, so powerful it could pierce across entire star systems. He stepped onto the platform alone. Bright lights shined down, the red recording blink. He spoke. My name is Adam. I'm human, maybe the last. He paused. For 23 years I was locked in sleep, not by fate. Not by accident, but by fear. The council feared what? My kind could become. He raised the small glowing cube. This was left behind by my people. It carries a message, not of war, not of power, but of love. The cube activated and a soft, warm light filled the screen. His daughter's voice played again. Daddy, please come home. Adam's voice cracked. That was my child. She's still out there. And the council kept her voice from me. From all of you. He looked into the camera, into the hearts of millions. Ask yourself, what kind of leaders silence a child's cry? Across the galaxy, screens flickered. On ships, on trade hubs, on backwater planets, people watched and listened. Adam took a breath. They feared humanity's future. But I remember who we were. We didn't want thrones. We wanted connection, family, purpose. We were dreamers. He looked to the stars behind him. I am not a weapon. I am not your lab rat. I am proof that we were never gone. The council tried to jam the signal, but the rebels boosted it using old human tech. Too late. The galaxy heard everything. Protests began on planets. Controlled by the council, scientists demanded access to the Forbidden records. Soldiers refused to fire on rebel ships. A spark had started. One that couldn't be stopped. The rebel moon shook as enemy blasts hit the surface. But in the command room, no one panicked because something else was happening. Adam's body was glowing. Fire. Not magic. Something older. Flare essence. His eyes burned with golden light. The cube floated in the air, circling him. What's happening? Very whispered. Adam smiled through tears. I think my DNA remembers the future. He stepped forward and raised a hand toward the screen. Energy rippled outward, not to destroy, but to connect. Across starships, systems unlocked. Artificial barriers dropped. Hidden memories in old human tech awoke. And somewhere on a green-blue world once called Earth, a little girl looked up at the stars. A signal returned. Daddy? Adam fell to his knees, smiling. She's alive, he whispered. I caught him, holding him close. You did it, she said. You woke them all? One? Man's voice had shaken an empire. One child's call had woken the last human. And now a galaxy changed, forever.